You ever felt like you paid for something and didn't get exactly what you paid for? Almost to the point where you feel like you got ripped off? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how we feel like we got ripped off on the Harmony of the Seas. Hey, what's going on, Adventure fam? Glad you're back. Glad you're here. Glad you're watching. And we're just going to cut right to the chase. Have you ever felt like you paid for a service, paid for something, didn't get quite what you paid for, and quite frankly, felt like you got ripped off? Yeah, that's kind of how we felt last time we were on the Harmony of the Seas in the spa. So, here's the story. So Sarah and I, before our last cruise, we booked everything in advance. We booked all the spas, we booked all the excursions, we booked all of our specialty dining. We like to just get on the ships and do our thing and have everything booked and enjoy our vacation, right? That's what we like to do. So before we left our home in Arizona, we booked everything in advance, including a spa day. Now, we love our massages. We love to be pampered. We just do. We don't do it often enough at home, so when we go on vacation, we really like to spoil ourselves. So we booked it, I think, for maybe the 4th or 5th night that we were on the ship. I don't quite remember, but that's pretty much, around the time frame we booked it. So we're on the ship and we're good. We're on the second day there. I believe it was a sea day. We started talking about, and we're like, you know what? We're on vacation. Let's see if we can get another massage, in today. See if they've got any openings and things of that nature. So we headed down to the spa. Now, if you've never been in the spa in, a royal ship or any cruise ship for that matter, they are very nice. They're luxurious, but they're also sales pits, right? They're going to try to sell you everything. But anyway, we went down there. It's our first time on the Harmony, but it's a beautiful spa. We loved it. We loved the way it felt, and it made us feel like kind of we were on vacation, right? It was very relaxing and calming. Loved it. So we go down and we speak to the individual down at the desk there, and we said, hey, we've got a massage booked a couple of days from now, but we'd like to book another massage. Do you got anything available today? Right? And so here's the deal. They looked it up and we said, hey, we want deep tissue massages, right? We like really deep tissue. We want to feel it. We want elbows and feet and whatever else they use to get deep into those knots, because we're stressed, work has us stressed, and it's just something that we enjoy. We want to walk out of there feeling like, you know what, I was really worked over. I know some of you are thinking, Eric, that sounds terrible. I do not want to be in pain. I want to be relaxed during my massage. And that's great. You do you. For us, we want to feel it. So we said, we need deep tissue. So do you have any deep tissue therapists available tonight? They looked, said, absolutely, come back at, I think, 7 o'clock or something. So we said, great. So we went off, and this must have been probably around 11 o'clock in the morning. So we came back after dinner. We rushed over to get changed up, and then we headed down to the spa. Waited, got picked up by the massage therapist. They took us to the room, and they took us to this really nice couples massage room. If you've never had a couples massage, what it is basically a bigger room, and they put 2 massage beds in there side by side for you and your partner. And you really have 2 massage therapists in there at the same time. At the same time, you guys are both laying on the tables and you're both getting your massage at the same time. It's really a cool experience if you've never done it before. We've done it many a times and we enjoy it, right? We also enjoy the individual rooms, but if we're going to do it together, we usually try to get a couples room. So we're in there, and the first thing they do, and if you've never gotten a massage before, what they typically do is they have you fill out the paperwork beforehand, and you kind of put all the notes on there like, hey, what hurts? What areas do you want us to focus on? What areas do you want us to avoid? All of that different stuff. And then they ask you, do you want any of these upgraded treatments and yada, yada, yada. Cut to the chase. They take us back to the couples room, and each massage therapist is asking us kind of what do we like. And after we tell them, we're like, we want deep tissue. This is where our problem areas are, all that stuff. They leave the room for you to get dressed to your comfortability level. I'm a boxers guy. I always keep my boxers on. So anyway, you face down. They tell you face down, and then they're going to come back in a couple minutes and start their massage. Everything was golden up to this point. It was a beautiful room. Massage therapists were nice. Everything was good. Now, also, I'm going to cut to the chase. If you've never purchased a massage or a spa treatment on a ship, it is much more expensive for the most part than booking it, say, at home at your local Massage Envy or Elements Massage or Hand and Stone or something like that. Unless you're getting your regular spa treatments at a luxury spa or a luxury resort, there is a little bit of a sticker shock that you have to be aware of. So once they left the room, we kind of got on the tables, they came in, they started working it. Usually within a few minutes, if you've never gotten a massage, they'll ask you kind of, how's the pressure? Do you want more? Do you want less? And they were really soft at first. And so I said, hey, we'd like to go deeper, please. We want deep tissue. And because really what it felt like was somebody was just literally softly just rubbing. And that to me is not a massage. That's not relaxing. That feels like I'm just, you know, Adeline, our 3-year-old, can rub like that. So we said, hey, more pressure, please. Well, the whole hour goes by. We get up off the table. They leave the room so we can get dressed. And Sarah and I look at each other, and I asked her one question. Did yours feel like deep tissue? Did yours feel like deep tissue? And she looked at me and said, absolutely not. That was one of the softest massages. Felt like nothing really happened. And we had the same experience, right? There was never any real deep tissue happening. Didn't feel like we got massaged at all. And immediately we were like, I can't believe we paid for this. So here's the deal. Massages on the ship, I think it was right around, for the both of us, $400 and some change plus a tip. So you got to imagine, after you spend $400+ on a massage, you want to walk out of there feeling like, man, that felt great. That felt fantastic. I feel like I got my money's worth, and we didn't. Now here's the caveat. Sarah and I are naturally not complainers. We hate complaining. We try to take everything into account, and we try to, you know, avoid complaining at all costs. We just don't like it. And so it is what it is. Now, we paid for the massage. They tried to sell us some other stuff, and we didn't take, right? And we don't like the whole sales process, but we're going to leave that for a different video. But anyway, so we paid for the massages. We ended up going back to our room. I think we maybe got a drink or something, went back to our room, and we started talking about it. And you know, after about 10 to 15 minutes, we said, you know what, we really got to say something. It was an expensive massage, and we didn't feel like we got what we wanted, even after we said we wanted deeper pressure directly to the therapist. So after contemplating it for a while, we said, you know what, let's just go back down to the spa, and we'll talk to them about it. So we went back down to the spa, and we talked to the gentleman and let him know what happened. And we said, we'd like to really speak to somebody about this, just to kind of voice our, you know, experience, and really not to get anything for free or to try to get them to give us anything, but more of, we need to let them know kind of like, it just wasn't okay. And so he said, come back later, the supervisor's going to be here. And so we said, okay. So we came back a little bit later because they were on lunch or they were doing something. Came back a little bit later, and we started to proceed and explain, hey, you know, this is what happened, and we really didn't feel like, you know, they were really listening to us. And the response was shocking, because it is Royal Caribbean. They pride themselves, you know, they have great staff, and they typically do. But the response was really shocking, and they really just said, okay, thanks. That was it. That's it. Like, we tell you all of that, 10-minute spiel about how the whole thing happened, and that's all we got was, okay, thanks. Not a, I'm sorry. Not a, I'm sorry you had that experience. Not, what can we do to make this right? What can we do to make this better? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zippo zilch. And so we were like, okay. So we're sitting there, and I'm thinking in my head, I can't believe that's the response. So then we said, okay. Well, we said, look, we've got another massage booked in a couple of days. I need you to take a look at our massage therapists who have, you know, lined up for us, and let us know, are they deep tissue specialists, right? Because there are people that specialize in that. We want to know, because we don't want to have the same experience that we just had today. She's looking, and she says, what day is your massage booked for? And we told her. She's looking, and she says, oh, I don't see that you're booked for a massage. And I said, well, that's a little strange, because here's confirmation that we got after we booked it online before we even took off to come to the ship. Here's the thing. So she's looking, and then we find out the gentleman who booked our massage for that day, he didn't book us an extra massage. He moved our massage from 2 days later all the way back to today, so we had no other massage booked. You can imagine what we were thinking and feeling inside when they told us that. So if you don't know, right, when you're booking a spa on the ship, sometimes it's very limited and you may not get another appointment. So now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's gonna end up being our one massage for the trip and that's it. So I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, we wanted an extra massage today. We didn't want to replace our massage. We wanted to pay for 2. And so she's like, oh my gosh, let me see what I can do. Now she was able to squeeze us in a couple of days later, or on our original date, which was great. And we said, do you have a massage specialist that is deep tissue? She said, you're gonna be with 2 of our best. It's gonna be great. Fantastic. 2 days later it comes, and it was good massage, all that stuff. And you know, they tried to sell us some more stuff, which again, we'll talk about in another video. But that was a great massage. It was good. But I gotta say, the experience for the first one, right? I felt like I was ripped off, and Sarah did too. Like, it was almost like I felt like they took our money, we didn't get the service we wanted or asked for, and then there wasn't even an apology. So I guess I want to know, like, have you gotten a massage or any kind of spa service on a ship and been highly disappointed with the service or the cost, based upon the cost that you spent? Because we left there thinking, honestly, we will never get a massage probably on a ship for a while again because of that experience. And so I want to know, comment down below, have you ever had an experience like that where you just paid for something on a ship or anywhere for that matter, and then what did you do about it? How do you handle it? Because I know Sarah and I, we're just not natural complainers. So but I know, and I've encountered some people like this where they are like, if they don't get the exact service, they're up in your face, and I don't think that's the right way to treat people. So let me know down below if you've ever felt like you haven't gotten your services, or what's the worst experience, I guess, at the spa that you've encountered. I'd love to know that. But overall, I think the spa is a great place if you've got extra funds and you want to, you know, indulge yourself on the cruise. But this one really left a bad taste in our mouth, so I'm not exactly sure. We've got some trips coming up, and I'm not exactly sure that we're going to be utilizing the spa based upon this one experience, which is unfortunate. But let us know, do you indulge in the spas, and if so, have you ever had a bad experience? So hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to be bringing more of these to you almost on a daily basis, and we're going to have some tips and tricks and some adventures for you, as we've got a lot of things coming up that are planned, and we want you to be a part of that. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and turn that notification bell on, because you're not going to want to miss some of the giveaways and things like that that we have going on. If you want to be a part of that and you want to be a part of this adventure family, we highly encourage you to do so, and we invite everybody. So go ahead and subscribe and become part of our family. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.